11 minutes past 7, a very good morning to you. You're watching Morning Live, and with the festive season being synonymous with reckless spending, which sees some people even spend on credit. But what happens after the festive season has passed? With debt looming large, what to do next? And how would it be like if most of us knew more about the best way to spend our hard-earned cash? To discuss this, I'm now joined by Moyo, who's the founder and CEO of Ignite My Potential. Thanks for joining us on the program. Welcome to you.
Thank you, and welcome to the listeners as well.
All right. The first hour of the program, we spoke to Iona Minton, a financial education consultant, and kind of advised us on the New Year's resolution of getting financially fit. And one of the things that she said is get an advisor, get someone to help you with a game plan. I know that you motivate people to do better with their finances. Let's start at the beginning. Why aren't we good at it?
I think, maybe to understand this is to understand what drives us as human beings. I've discovered that there are three things that form the foundation of who we are, and this is identity, talents, and purpose. Mm-hmm. Now, we live in a world that is driven largely by position or possession. Now, if you don't know who you are, you're going to look for identity in either a position or possession. And as a result of that, so your spending is not driven by, can I afford it? But it's driven by the fact that this is, so the car I drive becomes a sense of my identity. Mm-hmm. And therefore, anything that becomes identity, you will do whatever it takes to get it.
Even if it's reckless?
Even if it's reckless.
Right.
So you'll find, until we sort out this question of identity, talents, and purpose, particularly identity, is that we will consistently spend. I always say to people, if today I can give you money to pay off all your debt, if you haven't dealt with the issue of identity, the next morning you'll be in debt again.
Is this why people who win lotteries often end up being broke within a year?
Yes, because what you do is you spend the money because you're trying to buy identity.
So what do we do?
So, question. Yeah. So, understand. So the question of understanding who am I? I call it IDO, finding your irresistible difference. Talents. We're all born talented. If you can engage your talents, you will make all the money you'll ever dream of. Mm-hmm. Purpose. There is a purpose to your existence. You were born for a specific reason and purpose. If you can find the thing that you were born to do, that gives you the satisfaction. And therefore, you're not driven by what you get.
But how do we find this? Because I hear these kinds of speeches all the time, and I go away and I think, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what my purpose is. How do you find it?
So I would say that maybe the first step is really to figure out what your talents are. Yeah. And that's the easy one. Mm-hmm. What is it that you're natural at? Mm-hmm. Because every single one of us is born with a set of talents, unique set of talents that are unique to you. So if you can find the thing that you are natural at, and you begin to do that which you're natural at, that leads you into your purpose. Mm-hmm. Because your talents, if you think about it, you don't buy them, you don't apply, you're born with it. So therefore, they're given to you for you to achieve a particular purpose. In fact, think about it. I keep telling people that genius is nothing more than a man or a woman who has walked into their purpose.
Right, yeah. Right.
Now, we don't have much time, but one of the ideas would be to either attend one of my workshops. Yeah. It's called Money and Identity, and we explore the question of identity, how it influences what we do with the money. I tell people all the time, I say, when you find yourself at the end of the month unable to pay your bills, you don't have money problems. Right. You have identity problems.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, we have run out of time, but that they can get to your website. But what I'm getting from you is that almost that part of it is the psychology. If you don't sort that out, the best laid plans will not come into play.
I've got this that I call the village wealth model.
Right.
Because I grew up in a village. And in the village, they teach you, the courses would say, ungumni, talking about who are you, the essence of who you are. Because the old folks used to understand this. If I give you a sense of identity, I've given you everything you need to know to succeed in life. So in the question of money, it's actually you need to understand that.
Right.
If you could, so part of it, I think those who are interested should really.
I just feel so bad that I have to stop you. But, this is the nature of live TV, but certainly something we'll pick up at another time. Max Moyo, thank you so much for joining us on the program.
It's a pleasure.
All right. Well, it's time now to take a look at the market.